Hello and welcome to another session of Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through class. Let's go ahead and come on up to our feet. All right. Setting your feet just underneath the hips, toes straight ahead, spinal cord breathing to start. Nice deep breath in. Circle those arms around. Forearms and palms together. Gently, we're going to exhale and round forward, bringing your arms to your chest, tucking those hips under, bow your head down. Now on the inhale, lift and open. Lifting the chest. Nice deep breath in. Divide the arms. Turn your head up towards the sky. Pull those shoulders back and down. Pausing at the top. And then exhale. Wind yourself up like a little ball. A nice long exhale. A little bit longer than you normally would. Pausing in the bottom. And let's go between 3 and 5 more times here. Breathe and open. Engage your glutes as you open that chest. Slight arch in the back. Pausing at the top, and then when you're ready, nice long exhale. Breathe and lift. Exhale, relax. Maybe one more full cycle. Really practice bringing yourself into presence as you focus in on your breath. After that final exhale, go ahead and relax the arms down to the side. Step your feet out just a little bit wider. And let's go ahead and just gently round the shoulders up into the ears and circle them back and down. Good. Bring the whole arms into it, elbows as well. Alternating which arm's on top, which arm's on bottom. Very good. From here, and take the hands onto the hips, root down to those legs just slightly, or you're just going to turn to one side, looking over one shoulder. Back to center, and then turn the body the other way. Breathe in as you come to center. Exhale as you go into that rotation. Breathe in and exhale. Turning your head as well, looking over the shoulder as far as you can. Once more each side. Very nice. Going into our windmills next. Walk your feet a little bit wider. Bring those arms out to the side. Bending into the knees, we're going to hinge at the hips, sending the hips back, reaching the hand towards the opposite knee. And we'll just gradually look to reach a little bit lower each time, depending upon your range of motion through those hamstrings. So long spine throughout this one. Nice flat back. We don't keep those legs locked out. Keep it just a little bend in the knees, and then drive those knees nice and wide as you hinge over. Let's get 1 or 2 more on each side. Bowing forward. Squeeze the glutes as you stand, shoulders down and out of the ears. Very good. After you finish, even yourself out on both sides, walk the feet back in, interlace the hands, stretch up nice and tall, taking into a side stretch next. Leaning to one side, feel free to take the wrist, take the hand and grab that top wrist, reaching across. Breathe in, back to center, same thing other way. Gently grab the wrist, bending to the side. Very good. We're going to go once more on each side, adding a little bit of a rotation. So side bend first. And when you kind of hit that end range, turn your downside shoulder up towards the sky, peering up towards the ceiling. Breathing into the front of the ribs where you feel that tension, and then unwind back to center. Very good. Same thing other side. Laterally flex first, bending to the side. Find that end range downside shoulder and turn the eyes as well, peering up. One breath here and release. Very good. Bring those arms down, little side step arm swing here. Open up those chest and shoulders. Very good. Alternating which arm comes on top, and as those arms swing back, rotate the palms forward. All right. A little more attention to those hamstrings. We're going to go a single leg good morning. Walk the feet in, toes pointing straight ahead. Bend down into those knees. Let's bring the hands behind the head. Take your right foot, extend it straight out. Standing tall out of the hips. We're going to bow forward, long spine, send the hip back. Pause in the bottom there. Feel a little tension in the back of the leg. And standing nice and tall. 3 to 5 here. Making sure you keep that heel of your left foot pushing down, sending the weight back. Very good. Couple more. Hinging forward. Hello, hamstring. And stand. And usually we'll feel this just depending on where you're holding the tension. For me on this side, I'm feeling it right in the back of the knee. almost into the upper part of the calf. All right, go ahead and shake that out in between legs. Hip circles, hand on the hips. Circle the hips around, 3 to 5 each way. Fantastic. When you're ready, switch directions. Same thing, other direction. Great time to smile. Maybe laugh a little bit. If you feel a little awkward, circling your hips around. I don't want to. All right, and single leg good morning, opposite side. So feet point straight ahead, standing tall. This time your right leg extends out, heel down, hands behind the head. 3 to 5 here, bowing forward, pausing in the bottom, standing nice and tall. Good. Really emphasize tall chest, long spine. So you're kind of pulling those shoulder blades back and down as you bow forward. Help to open that chest. And then pull that chin in, looking down towards the floor. Good, couple more. Straight up, and last one, bowing forward, chin in, pause, and release. Fantastic. Come on up, shake that out. We're gonna go into our ankle rolls next. So a little bit of balance work, standing tall, shoulders back and down, come on up onto one foot. We're gonna roll that ankle around about 5 times each direction. Focusing to keeping the hips level as you hold tall here. Switch directions of that ankle roll when you're ready. Excellent. Set that foot down. Same thing, other side. Lifting up. Pay attention to your posture here. Shoulders stacked over the hip. Pull that chin in. Head stacked over the shoulders and hips as well. All right. Once you finish that second foot, we're going to go inner thigh stretch. Walk those feet nice and wide. You can hold on to something or just simply reach your arms out for a counterbalance. Sending your weight to one side. Pushing that heel down. Driving the knee out. Try to keep the soles of both feet gripping down here. Chest tall, eyes up, then back to center, same thing other way. Reaching forward, long neck as you reach out. Gonna feel a nice opening on that inner thigh. Good, let's go about twice more each direction. Standing tall. See if you can sink a little bit deeper, but not without losing that good technique. So staying straight up and down. Keeping the weight into the whole foot, so heels planted, but toes are gripping, keeping that arch activated. Good job. Last time each side. Back to center, and taking it across. Fantastic. Once you finish that, walk those feet back in, going back to a little balance work, this time with the quad stretch. So standing tall, reaching out, look to grab one ankle, pull that heel towards the glute. So as you're balancing hips level, we'll tend to kind of drop into that hip. So keep lifting up. Breathe. Good. 2, 1, and shake it out. Same thing other side. Place that foot down, lift up nice and tall. Grab that foot, pulling back. All right, moving well. After this, we're gonna warm up a couple squats, and then we're gonna get ready for our first circuit. We've got some blood flow included in our first series here today, some squatting and bent over rows as well. All right, and shake out that side. Let's go ahead and grab a drink. We'll warm up some squats. All righty. Set those feet about hip width apart, slight toe out. Keeping your chest nice and tall, reach your arms out, sink those hips back. Weight in the heels and toes gripping down as well. Push through the heels, stand tall. Let's get about 5 reps here. Sinking back. Don't go so far down that you just kind of drop into the bottom. So use your muscles the whole time. Stay engaged. Very good. On this next one, if you're comfortable to stay down there, we're going to do some opening for the mid-back. We're going to take those elbows first. Push the knees wide. And if you're comfortable here, take your right hand, grab onto your right foot. Take your left hand reaching up. Rotate your head, following, really try to lift the chest as you rotate that hand. Good. Bringing that hand back down, grab the foot. Now we're gonna raise those hips up, drop the head down, kind of warm up the back of the hamstrings a little bit more. And then when you're ready, you'll come back down to the squat. Elbows inside the knees, chest tall. About 1 to 2 more, hips up. Drop that head down. Lower the hips down, lift the chest, shoulders back and down, knees drive wide. Very good. Last one. And then we'll balance out that rotation on the other side. It's a little bit more advanced than we've done recently, so be patient if it's challenging. Come out of that squat anytime you need. All right, let's shake it out for a second, then we'll come down for the rotations on the opposite side. So last time we'll sink down. Your left hand's gonna grab the left foot, drive that knee wide, and you'll take the right hand, reaching up, rotating, peering over to that hand, holding for a moment as you reach, and then come on down, hips up, hips back down, and then standing tall coming out of that squat. Woo! All right, very good. Come on up, shake it out. And we're gonna get ready for our first series. So we're gonna go 45 seconds. I'm gonna look to tell you when we're at the 30-second mark if you wanna do a little bit less work here, depending upon your recent activity or energy levels. I'm gonna be demoing a squat. If you wanna also have some overhead work with it, feel free to add an overhead reach for the thruster. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So it's gonna be a squat followed by single arm bent over row, going in 10. Set the feet about hip width apart, slight toe out. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Nice and smooth. Option to add that overhead reach. I'll go every other rep, a little overhead reach. You can choose, leave out the overhead work altogether, do every single rep, or you can join me on this every other version here. Continuing to breathe, keeping those eyes up. Fantastic. First of 3 rounds. That's 30 seconds. Very good. We're gonna have 15 seconds to rotate. Maybe 1 or 2 more. 2, 1, and transition. Very good. Single arm, bent over row. Let's go your left arm to start. So you can either balance on a chair or step your left foot forward, right foot back. 2, 1, here we go. Elbow high, reaching down. Same thing, we're going a little bit longer on our intervals here today. So again, I'll look to give you that 30-second mark. You're just getting into these workouts. 30 seconds is a great place to start. If you're a little bit more advanced with your fitness, keep moving for all 45. We're thinking shoulder down out of the ear every time we row this elbow nice and high. Trying to squeeze that shoulder blade in towards the spine. There's our 30 seconds. Breathe in to reach. Exhale as you row that weight up and in. Nice. 2, 1, and rest. All right, we got our blood flow piece in between sides. So standing nice and tall. We're gonna start with our jumping jacks first. Feel free to step if you choose, or nice and smooth on the jumping. We're gonna change it up every 15 seconds. All right, either a skip or a march next. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Get a little hop to it. Chest nice and tall. Very good. And as always, if anyone has an exercise bike around, little mini trampoline, anything like that that you prefer to use for blood flow, maybe even a rower, by all means. All right, and seal jacks. Final 15 seconds, shoulders down out of the ears, opening the chest. You can hop with these as well. 2, 1, and take a rest there. Fantastic, we're gonna take 20 seconds and we'll be back for the squats. How many rounds is that? 3 or 4? We're gonna go 2 more rounds. 3 rounds total. Oh, sorry, we're not to the squats. We gotta do the other arm row. I'm with it. What the heck? I was like, normally these are a little bit longer. Opposite arm row, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Breathe in to reach. Exhale as you pull up and in. Holding that head nice and neutral. Good. 20 seconds in. Good practice as well. Depending upon the size of your weight, you can add a little pause at the top, 1 to 2 seconds. Really holding that shoulder blade into a nice solid position. Back and down on the rib cage. That's just over 30 seconds. Got a glare on the screen. Almost see it. 2, 1, and that's 45. All right, set that down. Second round of blood flow, and then that will complete the first round. Whew, all right, so we're gonna start the march or the skip this time. Nice work. Doing a little bit faster pace, you can transition to running high knees. Excellent, good. Keep that chest tall, driving the arms at the side. Beautiful, stepper hop jacks. Woo, good, clap the hands together. Very good, and then you're either gonna go running heel lifts, butt kicks, or the march. But more of an emphasis of raising the heels up underneath your body. Good, 10 seconds left. Keeping that chest nice and tall. 2, 1, and now we rest. All right, 20 seconds, and then back to the squats or thrusters. Woo! That concludes set 1, 2 to go. All right, if you're ready, if not, join us when you are. Set those feet. 3, 2, 1. Squat with the option of that overhead reach. If you're choosing that overhead reach, make sure you keep the front of the ribs down. Avoid arching that back. Nice smooth breathing. Good, there's our 30-second mark. 15 to go, or rest there for a little bit longer rest. That'll be 1 to 2 more. And rotate, beautiful. Single arm bent over row. Left arm. 3, 2, 1. And begin. Chin in, looking straight down at your front foot or front hand. Reaching forward, just slightly allow the shoulder blade to come forward on the rib cage and then retract it back and in. Pausing at the top, reach back forward. Breathe in to reach, exhale on that row. Be really firm to that lead leg, heel down, gripping those toes. There's 30 seconds in. Imagine you got that string pulling that elbow nice and high above the torso. Get that full range. Reach, up and in. Be 1 more. 2, 1, and rest. All right, come on up, shake it out. Getting ready for that blood flow piece. We're gonna start with some high knees or a march, so your choice. You either march it or nice and light, lifting those knees up. Fantastic. 2, 1, and jump jacks, step jacks. All right, if you want to keep that heart rate higher, you can go back to the running high knees. Otherwise, a little bit of midline work, elbow to the opposite knee. Nice. Keep that breathing going. Exhale as you bring the elbow towards the knee. Good, 10 seconds. 2, 1, and rest there. Good job. Bend over row on the right side. Coming up next. Mat starts to get hot in the sun. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Elbow high. Shoulder back and down. Long neck posture here. And think about activating your ring finger and your little finger as well. Trying to lead that pull with those smaller fingers. It's almost like you're trying to pull the back side of your elbow a little bit higher. That's our 30 seconds. Midlines engaged, nice and strong through the center. 2, 1, and rest. Getting ready for blood flow again, coming on up. All right, gonna change it up a little bit here. Some side shuffle, stepping, or like a little shuffle step. Side step, I get my words right, or a little shuffle step. There you go. Keep those shoulders down. All right, come back to center, standing tall, march and punch. Or skip and punch. Reaching across the body, keeping those arms up by the height of the shoulders. Good. So we're gonna finish this circuit here with you that side step again, or you can take it into a grapevine, crossing the legs over. 2, 1, here we go. 1 in front, 1 in back, or just a straight side step. Very good. If you feel pretty comfortable here, you start to bring the arms into it a little bit as well. Rotate that torso and get my rhythm. Yeah. Woo. Very good, almost there. 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and rest. We're gonna take 30 seconds, and then we'll start our third and final round. Got the hound dog next door. Oh, ow. All right, great job, everybody. 10 seconds. Back to the squat and or thruster. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Breathe. Midline tight as you drive up to overhead. Knees drive out on those squats. As you come down to that squat, think elbows up. Really fight to keep that chest tall. Looks good. Great depth, ladies. That's 30 seconds. Very good. 1 to 2 more. And rest and rotate. Fantastic. Left arm, bend over row coming up next. Three, 2, 1. Here we go. Elbow high. Chin looking straight down. Fantastic. Nice solid squeeze in at the top. Especially if you feel like you could maybe go a little bit heavier and move a little bit more with control on the downward reach. Go a little bit slower. Practice that power on the up. Row it in nice and strong. Control it back down. Fantastic. That's 30 seconds. All right, on this last strap, let's hold. 3, 2, 1, and release. Awesome job. All right, coming back up for our blood flow. Starting with that side shuffle. 3, 2, 1, step and slide. Nice and light on the feet. Excellent. Working that agility. All right, getting ready to go back to that march and punch or skip and punch. Shoulders down, chest tall. Try to time your exhale with the punch. Good. Lift those ankles up as well. Lift the toes and the foot. Taking it back to those crossovers or side step or grapevines. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Very nice. 15 seconds left. Taking a full minute of blood flow this last circuit. Awesome job, almost there. 2, 1, and 15 seconds rest. Good job, final bent over row. Right arm. 2, 1, here we go. Pull that chin in, head nice and neutral. Tune back into your breath. Try to have it be nice and rhythmic here as you row. Breathe in to reach. Exhale on that up and in. Fantastic. There's 30 seconds. Keep giving some attention to that shoulder blade. Feeling it move back and in against your rib cage. Pulling it in towards your spine. All right, last rep, holding for 3 to 5. 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, final little bit of blood flow, and then we'll stretch before our final circuit. 2, 1, and we're gonna go alternating knee to elbow. There you go. Heel raises, butt kickers next. Couple more on each side of these though first. 2, 1, and transition. So heel up, activating more of that hamstring. Eyes looking straight ahead, chest tall. Very good. Nice and steady. All right, and 3, 2, 1. Finish it out with some jumper step jacks. Good. Opening through those shoulders. 10 seconds, everyone. Fantastic. Rest breaks coming, almost there. 2, 1, and everybody rest. Woo. All right, fantastic job. Grab some water. We're gonna do a little bit of stretching, and we have one more circuit. All right, for a little bit of stretching here, let's make our way into down dog. Open up the mid back, and then we're gonna open up the hips, bringing it into pigeon. So set the feet about hip width apart, reach down, walk those hands out, place those hands into the shoulders, drive your hips high as you push the head back between the arms, pull that chin in. And then when you're ready, pedal out those heels, get a nice stretch for the calves. Really dropping that heel down. You can pause there with the heel against the ground. Let's get a couple more on each side. Good. When you're ready, we're going to take the right leg, engage that glute, extend it back, and then swing it forward. Square the hips and shoulders. We're getting ready for some lunging in our final circuit today. So let's open up those hips a bit more. And we also have some deadlifts. So we're going to add a little seated twist here next. If you'd like to grab that back foot, feel free to take it into a little bit of the ultimate stretch here, shoulder back as well. 3, 2, 1, and release that back foot if you have it. Go ahead and sit onto your right hip, swing that back leg around for seated twist. Emphasize how tall you can sit here out of your spine. Pull that leg into the chest. Great time to just close the eyes for a moment, tune back into your breath. If you'd like to take it a little bit deeper into the twist, you can walk your right hand around, work your left elbow onto the knee. I do that the wrong way. Right elbow around, work the left hand around. Sorry. We all make mistakes. I like that doesn't feel right. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and come up out of that. We're gonna make our way back into down dog. And then it'll be left leg coming up. Turn those toes under, drive those hips high. Take that moment, pull that chin in towards your chest as you lengthen through your shoulders, sending your hips high, opening that mid back. Once you've opened well there, now the heels drop down one at a time. Drop that heel down, stretch the calf, side to side. Good. When you're ready, left leg, extend that leg straight up, engage that glute. Swing it forward, square the hips and shoulders. Very good. Staying nice and solid through the hips, pulling the shoulders back and down. You want to add that back leg into it. Reach around, grab the back foot. And when you're ready, release that back leg, swing that right leg around, seated twist. Sitting tall as you hug that right leg in. Feel free to close those eyes. And then if you want to go deeper, you're going to walk that right hand around, working that left elbow in the front. Turn the head as well, looking over the shoulder. And release. Very good. All right, so we're gonna kind of like warm us up on the first round. Go ahead and come on back up to your feet. Shake it out. That time we're gonna go 4 rounds through here. We're gonna be working 45 seconds on each. So use this first round as a warm up. We're gonna go alternating reverse lunge. I'm sorry, it's a full minute on the lunges. Then we go 45 seconds on a good morning or a deadlift. So bowing forward, standing tall. I'll be demoing a deadlift. If you wanna do the good morning, you'd cross your hands over your chest, similar to how we did in that warm up. Bowing forward, standing tall. From there, if you have the long bands, I recommend taking a seat. It's gonna be a seated row with a double arm. So you'll sit down. You can also sit in a chair, both arms back and in, okay? Other option would be a bent over row, but I just recommend the seated row, being that we're doing some hinging immediately before that. So if you can sit down, and then we'll finish with those band pull aparts. So sitting tall, pull aparts, we'll go some that way, some this way. If you don't have the band, just mimic it best you can, just a chest opener, okay? So we'll start here in about 20 seconds. I'm gonna go unweighted on the first round. I'll give you 30, 45, and 60 seconds on the lunges. We'll be alternating legs. If you're not super confident on lunges, please just do giant steps. So only control your knee as far down as you're confident. All right, standing nice and tall. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Stepping back, control that knee down, drive that front heel as you come up and forward. And then we're alternating legs. Front foot, shin stays vertical, heels stay planted. Good, I see some of you adding that in. If you want to slow the tempo down a little bit, add a little bit more of a balance component, you can drive it up to a high knee. Then you'd switch, up and forward, knee up nice and high. So totally up to you. That's 30 seconds. Good. Just like on that first circuit, now how long should I work? Depends upon your current ability. I don't like people getting super sore, so it all depends upon your body. That's 45 seconds. Very nice. 3, 2, 1, that's our minute. All right, going into some deadlifts next. With one weight, I recommend holding it between the legs. If you have 2 weights, you can hold it outside the legs. Standing nice and tall, slight bend in those knees, hinging at the hips, push through your legs and stand. Here we go. Bowing forward, knees drive wide. Squeeze the glutes. Excellent. I'm watching you all as much as I can, so my head's not the best example, but chin in, looking down as you lower, looking straight ahead to the top. Yep. So the next part of your spine, right? So we wanted to keep it as neutral as the rest of the spine. Looks great. Chin in, looking down, shoulders back and down. That's 30 seconds. Feel free to rest there or keep moving for 45. Strong posture, good. 1 to 2 more. 3, 2, 1, and rest and rotate. Beautiful. Seated row is next. Preferably with the band. Put around 1 or both feet. Sitting nice and tall. 2, 1. Here we go. Shoulders back and down. As I reach forward, I turn my palms down towards the floor. As I pull it back and in, I rotate the palms in. Activate the bicep a little bit. And similar to when we did the one arm row here, we can pause in the back, squeezing those shoulder blades together, and then reach forward to release. Forward and back. Good. Fantastic. That's 30 seconds. Pulling that chin in. Great time to relax the eyes closed. A couple more reps. And 2, 1, and rest. All right, unwrap those feet. Come either to a kneeling or standing position for band pull-aparts. I'm gonna go about 30 seconds on these. So reaching the arms straight out in front of your body, and whenever you're ready, shoulders back and down. So don't let those guys shrug forward. Long neck. And the ribs down. Engage those glutes too. Squeezing everything. And then we want to really pay attention. I call it chicken necking, where you kind of drive that head forward. We want to keep that chin in. Nice, solid posture. Good. 1 more, 2, 1, and shake it out. Fantastic. We're going to take 30 seconds, grab a drink, and then we'll be back to the lunges. That's set 1. We're going to do it 3 more times. Feel free to make any changes for your weights. If you want to hold weights for your lunges, going in 10 seconds. All right. Standing tall, toes point straight ahead to start and begin. Controlling that knee down. If you don't feel secure to go all the way down, you can take a nice big giant step back and then up and forward. So we do in the basics classes, we work our giant steps. You can bend the knee a little bit if you'd like, but just only go through that range of motion. You can keep the joints in good position, and you shouldn't be working through any pain on these. So if you're grimacing because your joints are hurting, talk to me. Very good. There's our 30-second mark. Eyes up the whole time on these. So try to spot looking straight ahead. Help keep that chest tall. When you start to look down, that chest will tend to follow. You'll start to drop it forward. That's 45 seconds. 15 to go. Very nice. And 2, 1, and rest. Good. Deadlifts or good mornings are next. Working for 30 to 45 seconds on these. Standing tall, belly button pulled in, bowing forward, pushing the knees out. And here we go. You're putting the weight down either right between your ankles or right on the outside of the ankles, depending upon which position you're utilizing. Good. So I just go to about 90 degrees right there and then stand. Excellent. If you're doing those good mornings, you don't want to go beyond about 90 degrees. So bowing forward here and then stand. All right, that's 30 seconds. Either rest there or keep it moving for 15. And feel those shoulders activating, pulling those shoulder blades back and down. Helps keep that weight close to your center of gravity. And there's our rest break. Beautiful. Taking it down to the chair or the floor for seated row. Sitting tall, reaching out, palms down. And as we row in, here we go. Rotating them up, palms up. How tall can you sit? How long can you have your neck be? Pulling that chin in. I think all of us as kids at some point in time played that game, balancing that book on top of the head. So think about how you'd have to hold your posture for that. You don't want to have that head extended, you'll lose that book back. You don't want to have that head tucked down, you'll lose it forward. So chin pulled in, nice and tall. Good, we're just over 30 seconds, 10 to go. Beautiful. And there's our rest. Fantastic. Go ahead and come on up, either standing or kneeling. We're going to go a diagonal pull apart for this round, every other round. So we're going to start. Let's have your left hand on top. 2, 1. Here we go. Pulling it apart from a diagonal fashion. Close it down. Open it up. Good. Okay, one more. Fantastic. Shake it out for a second. Hands out in front. Rotate so your right hand's on top. And here we go to finish. Fantastic. Couple more. And rest. All right, beautiful. Grab a drink. We're going to take 30 seconds. We'll be back for set 3. All right. Lunges first. You can hold the weight in front of the chest if you're holding weight, or you can hold weights on each side of the body. 2, 1, and here we go. Round 3. The farther you get into the workout, the more you want to stay focused on the movements. Don't take them for granted, especially as you start to get fatigued. Where I like to play that imagination that I'm on the beach. I'm trying to make a nice, deep, and pronounced footprint of that front leg. So I'm gripping those toes down. I want to see my toes and drilling that heel down to the floor. Propel me up and forward, opening that hip all the way. That's 30 seconds. Good. Nice. Great control, everyone. That's our 45-second mark. Woo. You can add that high knee if you'd like. Nice and level through the hips. 2, 1. There's our minute. Beautiful. Getting ready for deadlifts. If you have uneven weights, just switch up which side of the body you're holding them on. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Long spine as you bow forward. Depending upon the size of your weights and your flexibility, if you're feeling any tension in that low back as you reach down, you may want to just go mid-shin. You may not quite have that flexibility yet to get all the way down there. That's our 30 seconds. Really pushing your legs into the ground. Push through the ground to keep your midline strong, driving that chest tall. But move as a unit, everything together. And there's our rest. Woo! Seated row. Palms turned down. 2, 1. Curl them in. Squeeze them back. We're back to that balanced book posture, chin in, resting that book on the top of the head. Good, reach, squeeze. Very nice. That's 30 seconds. A few more. And that neck nice and long. Shoulders back. 2, 1, and rotate. All right, we're gonna go back to the horizontal pull aparts like on round 1. And we'll finish round 4 with the diagonals. Standing tall, reaching straight ahead. 2, 1, here we go. 15 to 30 seconds on these. I get 15 this round. If you're starting to get a little tense in the shoulders, feel free to shorten this rep, shorten this exercise. That's 15. Keeping the front of the ribs down, midline strong. Woo. I'm feeling the shoulder burn. 2, 1, and everybody rest. All right. Final rest break. We've got one more time to cycle through, and we'll have a short cool down stretch. Going in 20 seconds. All right. And you can always march while we're lunging. If you're like, man, I feel like my leg's gonna be really sore tomorrow, feel free to break it up this last round. 2, 1, and begin. I think I like the knee drive before I step back. Feels kind of awkward when I do it coming back up. So drive the knee up if you'd like, and then back and down. We're all always learning new variations. Keep that heel firmly planted as you step back. Front shin should stay vertical. That's 30 seconds. Work on that balance. There's our 45-second mark. Woo. Beautiful. Maybe one more. Eyes up. And rotate. Awesome. Deadlifts or those good mornings. If your back's getting tired, just bow forward and stand to finish. Otherwise, standing tall, slight bend in those knees, hinge at the hips, and here we go. Squeeze the glutes. Stack those shoulders straight over the hips. Beautiful. Pulling that belly button in. Bracing that midline. That's what supports your spine. So we do all those planks, front planks, side planks. Here's 30 seconds. Building that core strength so that when you pick things up off the ground, you can have your back be supported. Good. Maybe one or two more if you're going that full 45. And rest. Woo! All right. Just the upper body to finish. Seated row. Two, one, begin. Reach. Pull back and in. Continue to breathe. Great time to give the eyes a rest. Close those eyes as you feel your posture and your breath. You can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. That's 30 seconds. Whew. Great session today, everyone. Almost there. 2, 1, and shake that out. All right, just our diagonal pull aparts, and then a final cool down stretch. either standing or kneeling. We'll go your left hand on top first, rotate to the side, and here we go. Let's go between 5 and 8 on each arm. 3, 4, good. One hand high, one hand low. Good job. When you're ready, shake it out. Same thing, opposite side. Your right hand up, 5 to 8 on this side. Excellent. And all done. Marvelous. Go ahead and use that band for a couple shoulder openers, up and back, taking it down only as far as you're comfortable, and then up and forward. A couple of those. Keeping those ribs down, engaging the glutes so you don't overextend on the back. Beautiful. One more. You can use it to side stretch a little bit as well, bending to the side, rotating, just kind of move your body, see what feels good. All right, take your time there. Set that down. We're going to come down to all fours. Finish out that cool down stretch. And sit it back. You're going to place the hands down, little cat-cow, cat-camel to start. So you're going to round your back, pull your chin in on the exhale, and you'll breathe in. Gently arch the back, pulling the shoulders back and down, raising your head. Between 3 and 5 cycles here. Exhale, tuck it in, down. Little angry cat back there. Inhale, looking up. One more. Good. From there, divide the knees, toes together, take it into child's position. Reach those arms out, rock those hips back. Nice deep breaths here. Just try to send your air where you feel tension in your body. If you want to gently rotate your arms side to side, open up those lats a little bit. Arms and torso rotate a little. Just inviting all those muscles to relax now that they've worked hard. Very good. Coming on back to all fours. We're going to lift up. Take your left hand, palm up. We'll thread the needle here. Gently guide it down. Lowering that shoulder down just as far as you're comfortable. Trying to keep those hips relatively square. Close the eyes and breathe. One more breath and then come out of that. Same thing, other direction. Palm up. Gently slide that arm down. There's the needle. Good. 1 or 2 more breaths there. Come out when you're ready. Before we take it onto our back, we're going to open up those inner thighs. You'll take your left leg, extend it out to the side, and then you're going to gently rock the hip back to the heel. Got to keep that left foot all the way down. If you'd like, you can take the left hand, kind of start to reach across towards the right side of your body. Add a little bit of a lat stretch to it as well. Good. 1 or 2 more, and then same thing, other side. All right, lock it in. Extend out the other side. Go straight back and forward. Like to take that right hand, reaching across towards the left as you rock back. Lower the head down. All right, great job. Go ahead and finish that out, and then we're going to take it onto your back. Get a little love to the low back to finish. All right, as you lay back, start with the double knee to chest. Hug those legs in, rock your body side to side. Then we're going to go figure 4 stretch. Right foot on the left thigh, hug that left leg in. Nice smooth breathing. Invite that outer right hip to open. As you'd like, you can extend the left leg straight up, pulling the toes towards your face, then point the foot and toes away from you. Pull them back towards the face as you bend the knee back down and in, hugging that leg in. A couple more of those. Extend, point the foot. Let's bring it back towards the face and bend it down. Last one. Good. Release there. In between legs, 2 knee twists. So knees up and together. Bring both legs to one side as you look over the opposite shoulder. And when you're ready, in and across, same thing other way. Legs across, turn the head. Okay, one more each side. And then it's going to be left foot on the right thigh to finish here. Hugging that right thigh in. Take a good 10 to 15 seconds to start here. Just giving your attention to that left hip. Inviting it to open. And then when you're ready, right leg extends up. With the toes pulled towards you to start. Point the foot away from you. Pull all those toes back towards your face as you bend that knee down and in. Twice more. Up, point, lift, and bend. Last one. Good job. Release when you're ready. And then your choice on your finishers here. Maybe a little happy baby. Maybe taking the feet over your head into a little bit of a plow position. I definitely invite you, if you can take a couple moments to yourself, just to lie on your back, breathe. Just pause before you rush into whatever you have next. Otherwise, thanks so much for being here. Stay hydrated, and we'll see you next time.